There are 8 states in which it's illegal when you buy or sell a home to engage in the practice known as dual agency. So, why is it still permitted here in Tennessee? In case you're not familiar with what dual agency is, that's when in a real estate sale you have one agent who is working on behalf of the buyer as well as working on behalf of the seller. Now, that seems like it would be a conflict of interest, correct? Because both parties are working towards opposite goals, if you will. For instance, let's say you've got 2 kids and you offer them the same cookie. Sure, you can break that cookie in half, but then each kid's only getting half a cookie. So the point is, and the agent cannot truly be committed to working on behalf of the buyer or working on behalf of the seller if they're representing both parties. So before you select your agent, find out what their stance is on dual agency. A lot of times, agents will say, well, we're not a dual agent. We just drop down to being a facilitator on the transaction. We don't really represent either party. We're just a go between. So, what I tell my sellers is part of my job is to help you find a buyer for the home. So, I will bring buyers out and show your house to them. But if a buyer I bring wants to put an offer in on the house, I'm not going to be representing them. I'm going to refer it to another agent in my office to write that offer for the buyer because I can't represent you and represent a buyer. I just can't do it. And a lot of times when you're listing a house, the seller is going to tell you things that are confidential, and they want to know that there's somebody there that they can trust and that they can talk to and not worry that, oh, well, the buyer's going to know everything we just said. So I assure my sellers when I go into a listing appointment, I am not going to represent the buyer. I'm not going to drop to a facilitator status. I work for you and I work only for you. Talk to your agent when you're listing your house, or even if you're looking to buy a house. Find out what that agent's stance is on dual agency and will they try to represent both parties. If you're thinking of buying or selling in the Lakeway area, I would love to chat with you. And if you're not, would you please share this video with someone you know that is?